Hello everyone, I'm Baltmatrix. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Doom and Destruction Collection. This set comes with Insecticon Barrage, Insecticon Chopshop, and Wrecker's Beef Jerky. Okay, that's not really his name. His name is Wrecker Malleus Minotaurus. Why there's an Autobot Minicon when there are two Decepticon Insecticons, I don't know. Also, what I don't know is, what's up with these new faction symbols? They look like spider thingies. They're cool. I have no idea. There's no lore on the box, and there's nothing saying why they have these new faction symbols. I suspect it has something to do with this guy. No idea who he is. Hey gang, Future Bolt here. I'm looking at Mark Marr's Instagram page, which gives a little bit of backstory, just a little bit, into the figures. They are part of the Decepticon Doom and Destruction. They are ready to beat down the Autobot Wreckers, so they're the anti-Wreckers. The Malleus Minotaurus is a sacred ancient artifact and is the hammer of Solus Prime. And these guys are part of the Mayhem attack squad. They are, and I forgot to mention, they are an Amazon exclusive. There is also another set of figures that is Windsweeper and Barricade? I don't know. Is it Barricade? Yeah, I think it is Barricade. Anyway, yeah. Chopshop Barrage. Mark designed the logo that these guys are from based off of something that was featured in the comic book. He even sketched out a Hydra-esque logo style for the packaging. That's where that comes from. But there's nothing here about the lore of it. So I have no idea, and still have no idea who that octopus dude on the box is. If you know, let me know down in the comments. Alright, everything else aside, let's go ahead and take a look at the figures themselves. We've got Barrage, Chopshop, Minotaurus, and Ransack? Ransack, buddy, you're not in this set.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're in that Bumblebee Creatures set. So, why are you in this review?
Because I can be, that's why.
Says who?
Says them.
Okay, guys, put the blasters down. I'll put them in the review. Okay then, we're doing 3 Deluxe Insecticons. Barrage, Chopshop, and Ransack. We'll start with the little Minotaur. I don't see a reason for him to be in this set. It's a little Autobot. And it's the same as the red version that was in Siege. He transforms into a hammer, and I think, based on the lore, he's supposed to be Solus Prime's hammer. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I got from reading Instagram and the TF Wiki. I could be wrong. He comes with the same blast effects that original figure came with. So, hammer time! He's all gray. He has no other paint except the eyes and the little Autobot symbol on his head. Okay, enough of him. First up is Barrage, and Barrage is a heavy retool of Bombshell. And the figure, it has a new chest, a new head, and some new extra kibbles and bits. We'll talk about that in a second. I like the head sculpt. It's quite good. It's very reminiscent of the original figure. The only problem I have with the figure as a whole is the paint matching is just not there. The paint on the head is different from the plastic paint, or the paint on the plastic of the arms and the legs and the crotch. And then the green, or this whatever this yellow is different from the rest of the yellow in the figure. And that's because this yellow that forms the shins is actually just a green part painted yellow. So there is that. I do like the overall aesthetic of the figure. The green and the yellow work well. The posability is exactly the same. We'll talk about that in a minute. What isn't the same is the extra chest bits. There are 2 pieces there. Obviously the head, which is completely different. And then these arm bits. So the original Bombshell came with his gun, which is gotten a green repaint here, and then these blaster bits, which actually pegged into the forearms for the bug mode. But with this figure, we have new forearm bits for the bug mode. So these just sit off to the side or get pegged in to the blaster for the Evo Fusion mode, which is just adding guns to another gun. So here's his Evo Fusion blaster. As I said, posability is pretty okay. Head does swivel, but its shoulder pylons get hit on the horn on the back of his head. Shoulders swivel around, up and down. Swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbows over 90 degrees. No fist articulation, unfortunately. And these little leg bits can disconnect and be held for some reason, but they go in the forearms, and then they slot into these little grooves that are in the forearms, and then they don't move. Torso articulation is present. Legs can kick forward and back full 90, can kick out a full 90, swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee, and then ankle rocker is present, but it doesn't go all the way, just like the original Bombshell. Aesthetic-wise, it's a great figure. Absolutely fantastic. I love the way this figure looks. Posing him next to Bombshell, you can see how similar they are. They share the exact same arm structure, the exact same legs, the exact same feet. The big difference is you got to turn Barrage around. That's Bombshell's chest, where it is not here. Now, if you remember in my Bombshell review, I said that there was this little hinge, and that would be perfect for making a Barrage figure. I was right. I'm going to take credit for that one, and there's nothing you can do about it. Next up is Chopshop with the orange and the burgundy and kind of pinkish red. Man, this is a gorgeous figure in hand, and that head sculpt is delightful. Utterly delightful. And it would be even more delightful if my camera would frickin' zoom in and actually focus. There we go. I love the way this thing looks. I just adore the way this thing looks. And my camera keeps zooming out. Hey, if you know of a way to fix the zoom rocker on a Canon Vixa camcorder, let me know, please, because this is a pain in the butt. Anyway, it's the same exact figure as Shrapnel. I mean, base figure is exactly the same. The only differences are the head, the pieces that fold over the face, and then the antenna for bug mode, and the extra little legs, which I'll show you here in just a second. Chopshop comes with the same exact accessories, plus those two arm bits. We've got the gun, which is silver on Shrapnel. In this case, it's cast in orange, and then painted the brown. And then these little ones that are black on Shrapnel, but painted, or actually cast in brown on these figures. In robot mode and in bug mode, these don't go anywhere. In fact, on bug mode, it doesn't even show what to do with these. Now, for his Evo Fusion, you plug one of the guns into the back of the main gun, and you plug one of the others at the bottom, and there you go. That's his Evo Fusion cannon. And he cannot hold this that well in this configuration. You can give it to him like this, and he can, point to the sky, but as much as I try, other than, maybe that, I can't really get it for him to hold it because, the fist and the extra legs get in the way, and that just looks stupid. So I unpeg and split them apart and use one in one hand and then put the other two on top and bottom of his fist in the other hand. That's the way I do it. I think that looks better. And here's Chopshop and Shrapnel together. As you can see, they are very, very close. In fact, you might say they're identical. Now, I did goof the pieces that fold over the faces. Those are actually the same. They're not different. So the only difference are the head and the antennae. Legs are exactly the same. There's nothing else different. Obviously the paint is different. But they do feel like completely different figures until we get to the transformations. These work. These work really well, these new figures, Chopshop and Barrage. They're different enough that I love them. I wish they were their own molds, but oh well. Now let's look at Ransack. The yellow and the black just work so incredibly well. The orange wings on the back are very cool. Of the three, he's probably the least impressive in terms of paint and head sculpt, but I do love that head sculpt. But overall, it's not bad at all. And let's face it, he's kind of a dollar store knockoff Kickback, which is unfair, but he is. He just is. The yellow and the black, though, very striking. Though doesn't scream Locust to me, but that's the way the original figure was, so it's fine. I do have to admit, I wasn't sure I was going to like the orange wings, but in person, they work very well. Overall, robot mode, it's solid, but again, it does feel like a like a knockoff Kickback. Now, this figure comes with the exact same accessories as that original Kickback. He's got a black Tommy gun. He's got, instead of clear plastic wing thingies, he's got yellow painted clear plastic wing thingies. And then he comes with his own Kickback style head. I'm going to leave the head he's got on because I like that one better. This one just doesn't work for me because I want some differentiation between Kickback and this guy, other than paint. Ransack's posability is okay. It's the same as Kickback's head, swivels, and his head is on a ball joint so it can be popped off. Shoulders do articulate 360 in and out. Bend at the upper, or swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbow is over 90 degrees. There is a torso articulation, can kick forward and can kick back and can kick out. Very loose thigh swivels, bend at the knee, and then, of course, the ankle rocker, though on mine, rather tight because of the way the thing transforms. But, oh well, not a big deal. Ugh. Just got to loosen that up a bit. One thing on Ransack that you should be aware of is that there is a weird bit of paint matching going on, specifically in the hips. You can see right there that the paint is not the same color as the rest of the plastic injections. Like there's kind of almost a clear-ish plastic for the rest of the yellow on the figure, where this is obviously a darker color, probably a dark gray or a smoky gray, that was painted over yellow. It's not that big a deal. What is a bigger deal, though, is the fact that the plastic on his arms and his legs and his feet are that weird nylon plastic. It's got that same level of transparency that Apeface does, for Apeface from a couple of lines ago, so it's not great. And here are Kickback and Ransack together. As you can see, they're mold brothers. What can I say? They're mold brothers. They look fine. I prefer Kickback, and I definitely prefer the clear purple of the bits that we've still yet to figure out what the hell they're for. Transformation time for Barrage. First off, start with the chest and pull the chest down until it snaps into place, and then flip it up over the face. Take the arms, fold the fists in, and rotate them in to the body, and then put the arms kind of up like that. Come to the legs and smush the legs together. Open up the shins, fold down the toes, and then accordion the legs up, and they will kind of peg into place loosely, and then bring the arms down, and the tabs that are inside the forearms will peg into the hips. And this is actually not that easy because I always screw this up, even though it looks easy. I screw it up because I push on it and it moves the hip just enough to push the other one out of place. So just be careful. And yep, and they pop out of place way too easily. And here we have his Rhinoceros Beetle mode. And yeah, Rhinoceros Beetle mode is fine. The thing that I absolutely hate is the fact that it doesn't cover the face fully. You're supposed to have that come up and go over the face, but you could still see the robot eyes in there. I mean, come on. They couldn't have just added some like extra little flaps or something that you could fold out and push over the face. Oh, Hasbro and your cost cutting. It's so annoying. And here are the two Rhinoceros Beetles next to each other. The issue I have with Barrage is kind of moot because you could see Bombshell's eyes as well, just a little bit differently. Both of them pull off exactly what I wanted. Bombshell looks as close to his original Generation 1 character in the show as I think we're going to get. And Barrage looks like the Deluxe Insecticon. Oh, this is the part that I was talking about where the blasters on Bombshell form the back legs. So you can see those here, where here Barrage has his own extra back legs, and there's nowhere for the other blaster bits to go unless you combine them and put them on the top, or you take them apart and put these guys up here, but they're too short, so that doesn't work. there's really nowhere else for these to go. These holes are too small, and yeah, there's nothing really to do with the accessories as opposed to Bombshell, who comes with one gun, which, as I said, is the exact same for Barrage. All right, yeah, these two are fine. Let's move on to Chopshop. To start Chopshop's transformation, first push the fists into the forearms, come up to the head and fold the first sections over the face, and then bring the pincers to a close, put the arms out, turn the hips around 180 degrees, combine the legs, fold down the toes, open up the shins, and then accordion the legs down into the shins, and they will then come and snap into place in the crotch. Fold the arms in and peg them into place, and we are donesies. Yeah. So this version of Chopshop works incredibly well, I think, because it really does make me think of the deluxe Insecticon version of the toy, which I never had, but I have played with. It works very well. And then you could place the extra bits on either of the holes up here, or you could figure out something else out. Ooh, forgot to flip those out. Now, here is shrapnel. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where the guns, the purple guns, form like little claws or little feet on the back, where we have that already thanks to the new components that are with Chopshop. Yeah. Of the two Insecticons that come in this set, I like Chopshop the most. That's just my favorite of the two. For Ransack's transformation, turn the head around 180 degrees, come to the backpack, and flip up this little panel that is in here, and that will cover the face. Take the wings and point them up towards the front of the robot mode. Fold the fists into the forearms, and then take the fists and point them about 90 degrees out, and then pose the insect legs like so. Come to the feet, fold the feet up into the shins, reach behind the legs, and fold out the grasshopper legs, and fold up the knees, and we're done. That's it. That's the locust mode, where kickback is supposed to be a grasshopper, Ransack is supposed to be a locust. There is a biological difference, but not a toy difference. So this is the way the figure looks in this mode. It works well, but I really like the coloring on the original kickback, and that's just me being a G1 fan, because I think the kickback toy looks better to my eye, but I do like Ransack's alt mode toy thing. Now the wing, I forgot there is a way we can attach the wing. You know what? Screw it. We don't need it. The one thing we can attach is to the bottom. The Tommy gun does attach to the bottom, and these will attach to either the back of the legs, or I thought there was a way to attach it to the wings. I don't remember. Seriously, let me know in the comments, what was the point of these? Hey gang, Future Bald here. Got an answer on what these are for. You sandwich them together like this, and then you peg them in between the rear legs into this peg hole. And there is a homage to Ransack's original G1 figure and the Locust mode, where it had the big abdomen coming out the back. That's what that is supposed to be in reference to. And that is also available and doable on Kickback. Mark Mar, I really do appreciate the little touches you put into these things. This set of figures is cool. I am very, very happy that Hasbro has made them. I'm very happy we have Barrage, Chopshop, and Ransack. I do wish they were in their own, 3-pack, as opposed to having to buy the stupid Bumblebee critter creature set to get Ransack. Oh well, I'm a sucker. What can I say? Barrage and Chopshop are very good new additions to the line. They are very, I don't want to say adequate, but they are adequate. They are good retools of Shrapnel and Bombshell. I like all of these figures, all 6 of them. Now Hasbro, please make a Venom figure. I'm really hoping we get a deluxe Venom figure so we can actually have the deluxe Insecticons completed, because this will be the first time since Fans Project that we will have some of the deluxe Insecticons. I mean, these were the 3 that the Fans Project set released. I don't believe they ever released Venom. Venom really doesn't get much love. No, not that Venom. That's Marvel's Venom. I'm talking about Transformers. All right, folks, let me know what you think of these figures down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you all next time.